Whispers in the Dark, a scary story of the haunted house. The beginning. Once upon a time, in a small fog-covered town, there stood an old, decrepit house at the end of a deserted street. The townspeople whispered about it, saying it was haunted by the spirits of those who had suffered within its walls. Children dared each other to go near it, but no one was brave enough to enter. The air was thick with fear, and tales of strange sounds coming from inside, echoing whispers that chilled them to the bone, spread like wildfire. The house's paint was peeling, and the windows were boarded up, giving it a sinister appearance. Vines twisted around the porch, as if trying to reclaim the space from the human world. The stories warned of shadows that danced in the windows, and of flickering lights that would occasionally illuminate the darkness. It was a place of nightmares, a warning to all who ventured too close. The dare. One chilly Halloween night, as the leaves crunched beneath their feet, a group of 4 friends gathered in the park, their breath visible in the cold air. Emma, Jack, Lily, and Max were determined to prove they weren't afraid. "Let's go inside the haunted house," suggested Jack, his eyes sparkling with excitement and mischief. The others hesitated, glancing at each other nervously, but the thrill of adventure tugged at their hearts. "Are you sure about this?" Emma asked, biting her lip. "What if we really see something? Simone, it's just an old house. What's the worst that could happen?" Jack replied, trying to sound confident. After a few moments of back and forth, they grabbed their flashlights and made their way to the old house, their hearts racing in anticipation and fear. Stepping inside, as they stood at the front door, the wind howled around them, making the trees creak and sway. With a deep breath, Jack pushed open the creaky door, and a strong gust of wind rushed out, slamming the door behind them. The darkness inside was thick, almost suffocating, and their flashlights flickered nervously as they stepped in. The stale air smelled of mildew and decay, and the walls were covered in a thick layer of dust, as if the house had been forgotten by time. "Did you hear that?" whispered Emma, her voice trembling. They paused, listening intently. From deep within the house, they heard soft whispers, like someone was trying to speak to them. The whispers curled around them like a cold breeze, sending shivers down their spines. The haunting. Curiosity took over, and they ventured deeper into the house, following the whispers that seemed to guide them. The air grew colder as they climbed the staircase that led to the second floor. Each creak of the old stairs echoed through the silence, and the whispers swirled around them, urging them to continue. On the second floor, they found a long hallway filled with old, dusty portraits. The eyes in the paintings seemed to watch them as they walked by, following their every move. Suddenly, a loud bang echoed behind them. They froze, hearts pounding in their chests. They turned to see a door slam shut at the end of the hallway, and panic set in. "Did you see that?" Lily gasped, her eyes wide with terror. They rushed towards the nearest room, hoping to find some safety. The ghostly encounter. Inside the room, they found a dusty old mirror, its surface cracked and tarnished. As they approached it, they gasped in unison. In the reflection, they saw a shadowy figure standing behind them, a woman in a flowing white dress, her face pale and twisted with sorrow. The friends turned around, but the room was empty, the air thick with an unsettling presence. "Who are you?" Emma called out, her voice shaking. The whispers grew frantic, echoing in their ears, as if warning them to leave. "Let's get out of here," shouted Max, his voice filled with fear. They dashed back down the hallway, but the whispers became louder, more insistent, as if the house itself was alive, trying to keep them trapped within its walls. They escaped. Finally, they reached the front door, but it wouldn't budge. They pulled and pushed with all their strength, their hearts racing with desperation. The whispers turned into anguished cries, filling the air with dread. Just when they thought they were trapped forever, the door swung open with a loud creak, and they stumbled out into the night, gasping for breath. Breathless and terrified, they ran down the street, vowing never to return to the haunted house. As they looked back, they could still hear the whispers in the dark, calling to them, a haunting reminder of the night they faced the unknown. The aftermath. From that day on, the friends never spoke of what happened in the haunted house. They carried the weight of that night like a secret, their bond deepened by the shared fear. But every Halloween, when the wind howled and the night grew dark, they could still hear the whispers calling out, reminding them of the terror they faced that fateful night. As the years passed, the haunted house remained, a dark silhouette against the moonlit sky, waiting for its next visitors. New stories began to emerge about the whispers that echoed through the empty halls, tales of those who dared to enter and never returned. Closing, if you enjoyed this chilling story of whispers in the dark and want to hear more spine-tingling tales like this, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Join us as we explore the darkest corners of folklore, ghost stories, and unsolved mysteries. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. And remember, the dark holds secrets that are best left undisturbed. Until next time, keep the lights on and stay safe.